What's up with it, y'all? I'm JP. This is Watch This Ish Reactions, where I react to a whole lot of different ish. Today, we got Uncle B, the New Orleans Charleston White, and he's speaking on Master P and his street credibility. Yeah, now that you know the deal, y'all slap that like button, subscribe, and that bell notification so you know when all the new content drop. With all that being said, let's go.
Okay, listen, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
I'm Byron Cole, Byron Stephen Cole, from the 7th Ward, Mama D's son, original Black Panther Cub. They say I'm the mayor of the 7th. They call me Uncle B. The city called me Uncle B. That's who I am.
Uncle B. Recently, Master P paid to have names put on stars. So do you feel that?
First of all, P ain't paid because the stars ain't there. It ain't open.
Oh.
Feel me? That's the stunt. P, he came with a proposal, tried to get money to back the proposal, but all that was disrespectful. Graves, the that own Canes, you serious? Left Mama, at least thank God he put Mama Aretha Castle Haley on there. Left Mama D off. Mama D sit on the same 300 most influential New Orleanians ever list that the city made on its 300th birthday. Jean Lafitte as Louis Armstrong. You feel me? My mama wouldn't have wanted a star anyway. That ain't my point. My point is all that some ego-driven. He came back to get him a spot. He the ambassador. All that fake. All that phony. P did the same thing 30 years ago with my mama, and then ran out of town, made her promises. I know you the truth, Mama D. We gonna come in the hood and da-da-da. Then after he fell through on all them promises, tried to get a Catholic church $500,000, they turned this stupid ass down. And Mama only needed $50,000 for the 7 wall.
Now you just kind of threw me off with that one. So P didn't. So there won't be no names on the star. Cause I know you're into the politic where you gonna know what's going on.
The last article I read, though, there's a holdup in it. There's a glitch. That's paid for. This paid for. I throw this in a toilet, put it on your neck, put it on mine. Ain't no glitch. I don't know what happened. But if you pay the man to build your house, you go there and you done gave him all the money, ain't no roof on that bitch. Ain't you going off?
Right.
You hear P going off?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Did you attend the party P had?
No. I ain't welcome in them parties. Cause I'm gonna say what the I want. I'm gonna keep it 100. Cause I know like Big Pokey. I know the real truth.
Shout out to Big Pokey.
Shout out to Big Pokey. I'm writing a book for Pokey right now called The Muscle Behind the Hustle. Wow. All that stunting about to be put to the side for the truth. Everything Pokey saying he got receipts. Other than I done talk to KLC, Mercedes, and I done talk to everybody. You heard me? Truth about to come out soon. Wow.
Can you give us a little sneak peek of who you're gonna be discussing?
We're gonna discuss. So Pokey titled his book "The Muscle Behind the Hustle," and what he's really trying to do, I think, and I'm speaking for him. I ain't asking, but I think what he's really trying to do is shed the light on where the real power came from that created all that shit that happened, and how that was overlooked and dismissed. You feel me? You know, no disrespect, but my big brothers, Versi and Pokey, they live in meat compared to what they produced and protected. Feel me? Now they not on Skid Row, they doing good, but to say if you back the man that got 500 million, you ain't supposed to have 20, 30. You protected everything, then broke Buku's wrists, literally. You know what I'm saying? All the charges got filed against Pokey and Versa for trying to up Pete. Protecting them, right? Now, the two least contacted, least connected is the two that protected Mia, C, Silk, P. Why? Because they know the truth. It's about to come out anyway.
A lot of people.
Man, I don't know, man. You know, I've always been a No Limit fan and all that. I don't know if this man trying to insinuate P was a New Orleans sucker or what. But hey, man, I'm kind of feeling like that's what he trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, let's see. I hit the like button. Subscribe with your boy. Let's go.
Been asking, was P a street guy? With you being born and raised here in New Orleans, have you ever heard of P in the streets?
So look, I got a cheat sheet too, because I know Silk is the realest out of all them. You heard me? People say, you know, Silk can't rap. Why was he on the label? Because he was the that'll really sneak you. You feel me? Silk really don't play no games. You know what I'm saying?
Silk was the gangster.
Serve on. He'll fight too. You know, but you know, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. At the time that I was coming up from like 5 to like 20, my mama was the director of sanitation in New Orleans. We stayed in the project. I know everybody, grandma. We stayed in the scatter site and shit because her job was bringing us there, right? And so, P got family in the Calliope. We know that. I've been back there while his grandma was still living there. But he don't move like no New Orleans nigga. Move like a California nigga. His whole, what you think?
Well, I've been saying he's not street, but some people say I be hating, so.
So, I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't have to be street. That's what Pokey and them was saying. You don't have to be street when you got Pokies and Versa Carters and, you know what I'm saying? But now you making me reflect, because he's street enough to, I believe he's street enough to put money on your head. That's all the street need to be. You feel me? You need to be no more streeter than that, so that we can stop talking about he's street. Is he positioned properly? Yeah. Now, I know some street that roll with him loyally, faithfully. So, did he fool all them? No. He got something in him. And we know that he bat the out Pimp C in front of Bun B and choked the out of him, and them niggas Texas ain't retaliate.
Oh, wait a minute. Time out.
You heard me?
Time out, damn it. Long live the pimp. Golly. Master P done slapped Chad up in front of Bun and all that, man. I'll be damned. I done heard it all. That kind of hurt me.
We know he called Mystical all kind of ass, wanted to throw him, shut the up, bitch, and Mystical was sitting there crying and shit. We know that.
I'll be damned.
No, this the Mystical, but it's the truth. We know that. So,
the man
I'm not
right
here
here.
to judge no on if they street or not. And then, you know, if you want to go there, I'm not street. I ain't straight A, St. Aug, A-Track, Honors, Catholic School, St. Pius.
Marching 100.
But I was in the band.
What you played?
I was a color guard. I just wanted to get the horse and had the flag. It worked though. But look, this the point I'm making. So, come on now.
He was a flag flipper.
On my threads, and have said before, be you not street. And I'm not. But somehow I still got shot. I still got stabbed 170 something stitches. So do I have to be street to understand this here? I think not. Now, what you asking me is, do the nigga got nuts to stand on what he's saying? I gotta believe he do. I ain't never managed 300 million, but I know when I managed 100,000 was at me, and I had to make sure. You all right? So you know, I ain't gonna lie. That answer kind of act like I f with P. I really don't f with P. But just because I don't f with her, I'm not a hater though.
Yeah, keep it
You feel
real.
me? And any that I'ma call a hoe, I'm ready to box him when I see him. And me and him not there. You feel me? I don't know if he a hoe or not. I know that his brother Silk is the one with the hands though. I know that for a fact.
Well, that's what I'm getting at out of this, y'all. They basically saying that P wasn't just the streeters, you know, he wouldn't get out there and throw hands with everybody, but he was street enough to put his money on you. He had the goon squad, and you know, hey man, yeah, you know that's enough. I think y'all tell me, jump in the comments and let me know what you think. Is P Street no? I think so. The money, you know, put something on somebody's head and all that there. Yeah, that qualifies for me. There you go.
I see you have influence in the city of New Orleans with big lawyers and things of that nature. Have you ever thought about helping C Murder?
Pokey a Witness, 1998. You remember that real skinny, long-faced comedian used to be on BET? They used to be real funny, but he used to hang on the basement too with Tigger, rap. But he couldn't really rap, so he just stuck to being a comedian. Anyway, one day him and Pete was bobbing through the Calio with the MTV cameras. And Mama sent me up there to give P a. I tried to get too close to P. Pokey stuck his hand out, knocked the nigga all down. And didn't even try, knocked me down. I was like, what the f, Pokey? He's like, man, I'm at work, B. That day, I went up there with 2 messages. Mama said, come see her about Corey and about the community center. I'm coming. Pokey my witness. He said that. He never did nothing. P been home 5 months. I ain't heard from him once. Now, Juggy say P had him call me one day to talk to make sure we have clarity on something, right? And I told him what my issue was with P. You pop up home and you don't know what the f popping. You ain't popping the street action. What's real? So when the Super Bowl come and Tyrann Matthews and them bring their over there to Harden and put the trees up around the park that's full of dope heads, now we ain't gonna be able to see them because ain't no lights in the park. They gonna do some ceremonial shit to say they did something, but they ain't asked us what the f we need. So now we got trees, but we can't even see the dope fiend. We can't even go to the park. You feel what I'm saying? All that is just aesthetic. Ain't trying to help nobody. If the mayor was gonna help us, she would have helped us. P came back, got with her, so he could make his own shit happen and remain relevant. Period. And you know I ain't talking when I say that, you know, dude gotta have some questionable characteristics. Cause I mean, I ain't perfect. I done did some bad shit. But even his own kids saying beat him out the money and you know what I'm saying? What the
Yeah, Romeo.
You know what I'm saying? Now let me trip your head out. I ain't got no money. And me and my son have an issue over $1,000, I'm gonna tell him because that's gonna be my time to show him that money not gonna be with it. I made you. You feel me? And so there's a lot of little things I see since you asked that I just sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's the value of saying if a street or not. What that mean? I know street winning. I know street losing. You know, I know street that's hard. I know street that's. So what's the validation of being street? What do that certify? That's what I would ask. Do he got game? You gotta give him that. What 300 million? You ever did that? I barely came up with 150,000. So I gotta respect his mind.
Shout out Master P.
80,000 flip. I done had 80,000 before. I ain't making 300 million.
Yeah.
Whether he cutthroat people to do that, that's a different story. But he still did it. And if he did cutthroat all them motherfuckers and he's still living, then he gotta be street. I talked to Trey 8 before he died.
Nah, for real.
Before he died, Trey was telling me how when he see P, he was gonna P. That's what he was telling me. I said, why? And I don't want to be misquoted because your shit go viral. But one of them songs that we was all bumping, Trey said, man, I wrote that for myself. Right in front of that. He stole it.
What song was this?
I can't remember. This was years ago. I don't want to lie. But Trey told me that something we was all bumping nationwide, that he wrote that. Not even for P, for his own album. Then I think P signed him and took the song. Or some kind of, I don't know, don't quote me, but I know Trey was walking around telling people that he stole his music. And I'm talking about at the beginning, when a nigga first got famous. Not at the end, you know, when you could say, well, man, that man been da-da-da, you know. I'm just trying to point out that he ain't a Pac, where a nigga go in the studio, argue with everybody, and his disc still be fire. That P ain't that. And he ain't a co-rapper.
But he a hustler, though.
I see that.
There y'all have it. Uncle B, he gives his take on Master P and lets you know how he feels, what he thinks about his street cred, what street cred really means to him, and its relevance to anything. Hey, man, y'all seen it? Y'all hit that like button, subscribe with your boy, and continue to stay down so you can watch this ish.